Sport with me, LAMIN MANNEH. You are live on Vision TV, and today our guest is none other than ABDOULIE COLLEY, the sport minister of the Gambia College Student Union. Today we will engage ABDOULIE as to some of the achievements and the setbacks that he already registered as far as Gambia College leadership is concerned. Mr. Colley, you're welcome to Inside Sport on Vision TV.
Thank you very much, Lamin. I am very much thrilled to be here today, to be honored and be part of this program. I must register my sincere appreciation to your call. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ABDOULIE, how was it like going in for election? What especially contesting for the portfolio of sport minister?
First of all, I will register by saying I was encouraged and motivated at the grassroots since at my village level. I remember in 2015 when I was representing my community, that is Block Village, in the District Northern Championship, which was organized by the Greater Gambia Youth and Sport Committee. I was their team rep. They have been sending me. So through that, in 2018, the Greater Gambia Youth and Sports Committee in Fonyi Councillor also took me, and I was nominated rather to be part of their organizing sports committee. So through that, up to date, I am part of the district sports committee of the Fonyi Councillor Sport Committee. So this motivates me to partake in the journey of elections in the Gambia College. When I came there, I saw it. I said, I have the experience at the grassroots. I think what my other fellow youths are doing, I think I am also a part of those vibrant youths who can be part of the history in the Gambia College.
ABDOULIE, when it comes to election, always aspirant candidates come with campaign promises, and I know you must have campaign promises as far as college sport is concerned. What were some of the campaign promises that you had for the students of Gambia College?
Yes, very well, Mr. Maneh. When you come to campaign promises in the Gambia College, they are numerous. But if I will start with to say one of the most pillar that I started on my campaign was unity, because I knew there was a problem between students among themselves in the Gambia College, most especially when it comes to sports. So I knew it that unity is one of the most strong pillars that can bring people together. Like an example, when the national team of the Gambia is playing, you see all the youths within the country are always together. That is more like on other activities. So unity was one of the most important things. We go again, I also intend to elevate the sports of the Gambia College. This, if you could remember, the last 2 weeks I organized an activity that is to capacitize the students. It was part of my campaign promise that I would capacitize the students to have that knowledge before we engage in any other sporting activity. So this is why I organized the coaching training and then sports administration, as we are heading towards the football department football competition as well.
Coming into that, you organized a training, and this training was coaching and administration. How was it, like organizing such a training?
It was very hectic. First of all, financial aspect is where I will begin. As you know, the Gambia College, we rely heavily on the union dues. That is the money that students are paying. Those are the money we will use to fund our activities. But sometimes, I am not the only minister. We have other various ministers who also have activity plans, so, and their activities need funding. When you write donors, rarely people now in the country, they will reply. Everybody will tell you the Gambia is very much dry. So it's always a challenge. Though during that activity, the union support me partially, and then thanks to other philanthropists within among the country, others also give a supporting hand to make sure that the event was successful.
What were the criteria that you used in identifying your participants?
I will not say I used a criteria, because I have 4 ministers in 4 sister schools. So I communicate with them, I write to them, and then inform them about the matter that we will be organizing basic coaching in football and in sports administration. So they are required to register students at their various levels, because we don't want this year to organize a football tournament and then have students who will be at the touchline, don't have the knowledge, and then start howling insults on the administrators. Likewise, the sport official, that is the officiators, the referees, and then the others. So we told them to select people among themselves, let them send a dispatch among their various schools, and then people will register through their school, and then they will give us the list. But we didn't limit the number.
Okay, still on that, there are some commentators that are saying you organize that training just to get credit, but at the end of the day, there was no quality in the training, because the number of days that you use to give capacity to those people was not enough.
Yes, as that is the views of the people. All I know is football must be encouraged at the grassroots level, and then Gambia College Institution as a whole is not an exception. So we organize in a capacity building. It was a 2-day training, and then when you come to Gambia, even dealers in training, sometimes it will take for only 3 days. This is just a basic training that we are trying to move ahead. So this is not about earning the credit, but it's about the quality. The certificates there are not from Gambia College. The certificates are coming all the way from GFF. GFF are the people who are satisfying these people through the West Coast Regional Football Association. If you check on the certificates, there is none of even the principal signature, neither me as a sports minister. The certificates are purely for the Coaches Association to append their signature, the West Coast Coaching Association. They are the one to append their signature together with the president of the West Coast Football Association. So if they say it is not quality, I wonder how do they get that sources from? Yes, because we all know we have a body that is responsible for football in the Gambia, that is GFF. And the GFF have 7 regions that are coordinating football at their grassroots. That is, we have regionals. West Coast is what we call West Coast FA. That is stationed in the camp. Those are the people who conducted the training. The training was not conducted by anybody else apart from them. Yes, and then one of the key persons that I enjoyed during the training was LS. We call it LAMIN S. That man is a very instrumental part when you come to sports administration and that of football, because he traveled all along the world to get that knowledge. So we have another person who is one of the representatives of GFF under the West Coast, who is Amadou Demba. He was also in presence. So if they say it was not quality, I don't know how do they mean by it's not quality. It was a very intensive training, a 2-day intensive training. And those who attended the training, they knew what they got. And this is why we are organizing an awarding ceremony of certificates, because that's what we were advised by the West Coast Regional Football Association. They told us they want to come and they be present on the awarding of the certificate, so that they can tell the students who missed the opportunity, and then likewise the administration, how important the program was. That was the main reason why we are organizing an awarding ceremony this Wednesday coming.
We must commend you for that. And apart from that one, still, when it comes to finance, we have different ministries at the Gambia College, and each of those ministries are having their own activity plans that need finance. Sports is very expensive. How are you managing with the little resources given to you as the sport minister?
Very challenging question. Yes, sport is very expensive, as you said earlier. It's one of the most expensive ministry when you come to in the Gambia College, so long as GCSU is concerned. One of the least expenditure I can do in 8 of my activities is nothing less than 8,000. Yes, the least expenditure. Apart from that, anything that I need to do in the Gambia College has to go beyond 8,000 and above. So you will see to it that our ministry is consuming a lot of finance, but nonetheless, sometimes you write a budget, send it to the finance department. All they will tell you is they can only spend or help you, support you with only half of the budget. So when they do that, you as a minister have to build those connections and then send donation letters to different departments to make sure that they help you. Some of the people you write to, they will only respond to you during the day of the activity. Others will not even respond to you. So you will see to it that if you are not even strong as an individual, and then the finance departments are there to manage the finance, because they cannot give the sport minister all the time, because I'm not only the minister, as I said earlier. So financial aspects, the money they are giving me from the GCSU is very, very minimal to run my activities. It's very minimal, I would say. But then I will, thanks to God, the sports ministry, that is Bakari Bali, has been also very much helpful. He has been very much motivational, inspirational as well. He encourages me frequently, and then he always supports me, both morally and then financially. So I must thank him for that. There are other philanthropics that do not want me to mention their names or always whenever they help, but I have them on board. They are always very much helpful. Whenever I knock their doors, they are always there.
You said earlier that one of your campaign promise was unifying the students. How did you engage these sister schools, that is the 4 sister schools in the Gambia College? How did you engage them using their sport ministers in order to bring that unification among the students?
One of them is decentralization of the activities. When I was coming, I made a promise to all the 4 sisters that there will be decentralization of activities. So one of the activity I have done is I invited all of them on board on a meeting, and we discussed, we tabled everything with the 4 sisters who sport ministers. And I told them, this is not my activity, this is the activity of the Gambia College student. So let them not see me as a minister, but let them see us as a people, and it should be a collective responsibility. So I was very much happy, because when I came, they told me that RM is always a problem when you come to a GCSU sport activity. But I thank God. This my first activity, that is Work for Health, I organized. Almost a full vehicle was filled up from RM students, and then they came and attended the activity, which was a great record in the history of the Gambia. I don't say there are no ministers who have done that, but then it has been a very challenging thing. Public health and then agriculture, school of education, they all came together, and then we provide them with certificates at the end of the day. So giving them certificates is also a motivation and an inspiration to make sure that they will always turn up in our activities. So this is why it's very much important in any activity you go, look into both the quality and then the quantity. If the quantity outcome the quality, it's better you forgo that activity. Always go in for quality. Quality is very much important. So they came to the program, and then we socialized among us. We organized, even the sport minister of the nation, that Bakari was present. So after the Work for Health, we went and combined at the lawn, and then we were having some discussions there. From the lawn, we went to around the common room, and then we were having a stakeholders dialogue, where the minister himself and then one of the stakeholders, Honorable ABDOULIE, was a contestant in the council, but he lost, also came, and then they were giving inspirational words to the students, and everybody was very insightful, was very happy.
You as the bigger boss, having 4 other ministers who are all sport ministers, but you are the bigger boss. So when it comes to project, do you people have any project that you think can boost Gambia College sports?
Yes, we have a project, and then the project, I can tell you, we have already started. We are left with just few things to complete the project, and that is the project is to build the capacity of the sport administration within the Gambia College. When that is done, sports will be elevated. Because if you don't have people who have the technical know-how, it will be very much difficult to administer things. Administration is very, very much essential. So we are left with a dealers in coaching, and which we are on the pipeline. We already have that dialogue with the West Coast Region Football Association. So in no time from now, we will organize a D-lancing, and then that D-lancing is even now recommended even at the divisional areas. You can see now even this night and centers recommended zones. When you don't have a D-lancing, you cannot coach. So we want to establish that in the Gambia College. So all the 4 sister schools must send representatives. We have the knowledge first, and then we venture. That I would be very much glad to even disclose this to you, that we are about to organize what we call a sport week activity. So we want to build the capacity of the students first. When we build the capacity of the student, then you will see all the forces who will have people who have the knowledge to make sure you administer that. And in this year, I'll tell you this for free, it has to be a decentralization activity. This sport week, one of the days we must do it in Banjul. They will host us, the RN there, they will host us. And then likewise, public health, even whereas it's in the same campus, but public health must also host us. School of Education will also host us, and then likewise the agriculture, that is SASA, they will also host us. This is how we want to do it. So we called for a meeting for that to see how best do we go about that activity.
Do you mean it will be a 4-day activity or?
It will be like a 5-day activity. Okay. The School of Education will be very much opportune to have the 2 days because they are the larger body. Okay. And then when you come to our headquarters is also stationed in the School of Education. So when it is a 5-day activity, the final day activity will be held in the School of Education, whereby we are partnering with the Brikama Sports Committee and the that of West Coast to use their field and then have some of the activities conducted there, where tickets will be sold, and then we both have our percentage share there.
If you are just joining us, you watching Vision TV, your favorite inside sports with LAMIN MANNEH, and here today is your guest, the Gambia College Sports Minister by the name ABDOULIE COLLEY, alias ABC. Colleague, are you aware that last year in the football tournament, that is in the school football tournament, School of Public Health had an issue that warranted them not to take part in the inter-school athletic competition, that is the sport day. They work on the sport day. Were you aware of that?
Yes, I am aware of that incident. Very unfortunate incident for that matter, as we are calling for unison in the Gambia College. Such things should not be condoned. But then every problem has a solution. And then every problem you see has a root cause. So before a problem occurs, dialogue is very much important. Like I told you, as of now, I have a group chat whereby all my 4 ministers are in, and then I am there. So anything they are doing, they have to put me in picture. And anything I am doing, I have to make sure that they are in picture before that activity will be carried out. So that incident of public health, though I was not handed over with those materials, neither during the transition I was informed about that problem. But recently, I engaged the former sports minister of GCSU, Morulinka, and then that of the former sports minister, Vicente Mendy of public health. Likewise, the recent sports minister of the public health that is right now in position. So I engaged him about the matter at hand, and then Vicente in question, I don't know what happened, but he's yet to reply. I called him on several occasions, but then there was a network problem, and then sometimes it rings, but then no response. I sent him WhatsApp messages to make sure that I know what happened actually, but then there was no response from him. But thank God, Modulinka gave me some information recently, but it was not part of the transition. So what I told the sport minister in concern right now, I told him the problem which has happened has already happened. Let's forget the past, work on the present. If we want to dwell on the past, still now our goal will not be achieved. So I am coming to reconcile. I told him that let's reconcile and we work. What has happened has already happened, and we are all new sports ministers. Though I am the boss, but I see myself as the same with them because I am also a student of the Gambia College. So we've reconciled, and right now, tell you he's one of the most cooperative sport ministers in public health. And any of the activities I am calling, they are responding. So this shows a very positive change from their end. Though I never wanted to see who was faulty at that time, because if I want to bring that, it is a problem that I have inherited. So if I want to bring that on board to say that yes, what my boss was doing, because I learned that they were expelled from all the activities of GCSU. That's what was happening. But had it been I was handed over with those material or documents or with those information earlier during the transition, I would have known which step or dimension I will take. But that was not done. So I decided, hence I was hearing rumors from others, to call them for a dialogue and they reconcile with all. So this gave them the spirit to even attend all the 2 of my activities I have conducted.
Yeah, what we expect anytime there is transition, the one that you are to replace needs to write recommendation. Are you telling us that there were no recommendations handed to you?
I was not given with any recommendation, to be frank with you. What I was given was documents of ownership of the field, and then some of the activities which were conducted by my predecessor. Apart from that, there was nothing handed over to me. Even some of the materials of sporting materials that I will use to conduct some of the activities, there was nothing put in place, because he said those ones also were not with him from sources. But I was not given not even a football jersey, neither any of the materials. I inherited a zero office, I would say. So I am trying, as of now, I registered some of the materials which are already in possession, though not yet disclosed. So, but then the materials are already there through the support of the GCSU, my executive members, and then I were able to register some of the materials.
Gambia College comprises of different schools, but when it comes to education, School of Education, we have PE specialists and facilities, being it the items, the materials that they need are specialists, are so challenging at times. At times you will go and see PE specialists having practical on basketball or volleyball, but at the end of the day, all those necessary materials that they could have interact with during their practical are not available. Is your office aware of such? And if yes, what mechanism are you trying to put in place in order to eradicate such from happening? Because there are PE specialists that need those materials in order to interact with them, because they are the people that will go back to the schools and deliver to our own children. So if they are taught without materials, they might think it is something that they can also do in their various school of postings. What do you have to say?
This is one of the points that is retarding us as an institution. You are very much right. My office is aware that the Gambia College PE department, or let me say the sports department, is not having any of the facilities to train its students who are going out there to the nation to filter those information to the students they are teaching. It's very much sad. I have engaged different organizations, and then alhamdulillah, two of the organizations I have engaged have replied to me that let me write a budget, and which my Secretary General of the GCSU has done. We are making follow-up, and then they are saying what they told us, though it's convincing, but it's time-consuming as well. That the management is discussing about it to see how best do they help us. But the materials, sport materials, are very much costly, my brother, if I will tell you. One of a football set of jersey, let me say a jersey rather, will cost you nothing less than around $5,000, just one set. A football now, correct football, will cost you nothing less than $3,000, only one football. So you will see to reach that the area of sports is very, very, very much expensive. But nonetheless, we are trying our level best to make sure that that is remedied. But the attitude also we have in our institution is management is a problem. You will have the materials. I believe when GCSU came into existence, there were materials provided by various ministers. But when a minister comes into office, some of the ministers who are coming, when they are going, they go with some of the materials. And some of the materials also are taken by the students themselves. When they are conducting an activity, there is no proper monitoring system to monitor some of these activities, like people who are to take part in those activities to monitor the materials themselves. So this is why materials will always get lost in at every time. So it will be very much sad for organizations to even help. Because when they are about to help, they will know that these people are not serious with things they are giving them. People cannot keep giving you materials and then at the end of the day, you don't make best use of them. Others will come and snatch them away, and then others will just, you cannot understand. So this is also a problem we are facing. We need to have a monitoring system or a committee that will be responsible of those materials. Every class that is coming to take this material, or any of the class captain who need this material to use it for on behalf of the PE students, must pen his name, and then his GC number as well, together with the type of material he or she is taking. With that monitoring system, anything that is lost before his him returning or her returning the materials, we will know that this material so and so get lost in his or her hand. So the person who did that will get the materials paid. So that is a monitoring system that we are bringing to make sure that we remedy that situation.
Knowing fully that Gambia College, the PE specialists need those materials, and that those materials are not available, or if they are there, they are limited. Did you ever reach out to the PE department or even the administration, that is the college administration, and show them that this is what is happening? Students who need to interact with these materials are not having the right materials. Instead of always going out for support from philanthropists, because we have an administration, college has an administration that is responsible of the Gambia College. Have you ever reached out to them, showing them these are the things that the students are facing when it comes to sports?
Yes, I did not reach the administration per se, but then I have reached the PE department. There was a time I met with one lecturer, Mr. James, and then we have a tete-a-tete discussion regarding about the sports, because he was when I was doing the campaign, he was even encouraging me, and then he was telling me that I am expecting when you win, then this PE department at least will have some of the facilities, that is the materials rather. So when we discussed at length, and then it's very sad from his side that the PE department is not rich with materials to make sure that they capacitize the students whom they are teaching in the Gambia College to go and filter that information back to students in the senior secondary school and upper basic school. When you come to the admin, always the administration, the central admin, whenever you are writing to them with things like this, they look at it in a broader perspective. If the materials you are requesting or the thing you are requesting concerns of only a particular school, rarely the admin will respond to you. The admin always want to respond to things that concerns the general student. But when you come to the PE department of the Gambia College, it is more of school of education, because this is a school of education that is providing students who are specialized in PE. So always in things like this, the administration will tell you as a body to fund it for yourself, because we have experienced such type of problem. But when you are going to them, like a problem that concerns the general student, the admin will help. Because I can remember during the work for health, admin provided us with free fuel, because that activity concerns the whole students of the Gambia College. But if it that of an activity that concerns only a school, is always very difficult for them to respond to us. So that is the challenge we are having right now from the admin.
Exactly. The other thing is athletics. We have seen other colleges do participate in inter-college athletics competition. And when it comes to Gambia College, it is among the biggest tertiary institutions in the country. How are you planning to see Gambia College also have a very strong athletics team that will be taking part in international competition, or even in the inter-school competition within the Gambia, that is the inter-institutional competition within the Gambia? How ready are you to have at least, or even football team participating? Because we can see the University of the Gambia, they do participate in competition, that is inter-institutional competition. But we are not seeing Gambia College. Then Gambia College used to participate when it comes to football during institutional competition. But now that is not happening. And we want to know whether ABC and its people are ready to bring back this to the Gambia College.
Yes, I must tell you that yes, we are very much ready to do that. As I speak to you, we are already in touch with all the institutions in the Gambia, tertiary institutions in the Gambia, sport ministries. We are in one platform as I speak to you, and we are negotiating towards how best do we achieve an inter-tertiary competition. So it is on the pipeline. Always I am in connection with the sport minister of UTG, IOU, and then the rest. We are in a platform negotiating how best do we go about that. And I am telling you, I will tell you this for free. This year, Gambia College will participate in inter-tertiary football competition and any other inter-tertiary competition that is going to be organized by this country. The Gambia College will participate, inshallah.
How prepared are you?
Yes, preparation is on high gear. This is why I am forcing all my ministers to conduct all their activities, because when they conduct their activities, they will be at a better side to have one strong thing. So School of Education is done with their activity. School of SASA, that is agriculture, is also almost done with their activity to make sure they set their team. Education already set their team, and then that of RN and then public health are also almost done in setting their team set. So when they set their teams, that is the time we will come for the interdepartment football competition. And during the interdepartment competition, that's where we will also select our best to make sure that will be on standby to represent us. So even whereas I am leaving as a minister, those people who are selected, I will write a recommendation letter to the next incumbent president who will be coming to make sure know that this is the team of Ghana. So even though he will relegate others or retain others, he will know what to go do. That will not be on my capacity to dictate that, but I can write a recommendation for him.
Finally, what do you have to say?
I will first of all, as I said earlier, register my appreciation and then thank you. I am very, very much thrilled to be here today and discourse on the sporting affairs of the Gambia College, that is both challenges and then the achievement faced by my ministry. I am really very much happy, and I thank all my viewers down there, that is both from the president of the GCSU, that is Mela Chuba, and his led council, who also participate in my presence here today, because it's a council. When you inform me that I was going to be here today, I have to filter the information back to them, and then they grant me with that permission to be here today. So I thank all of them, and I thank all the Gambia College students who are there, and encourage everybody to be a sportsmanship individual. And I thank you also, Honorable MANNEH, for your time and then gesture. I appreciate it.
Viewers, that was the Sport Minister of the Gambia College, Abdoulie COLLEY, alias ABC, speaking to me. Viewers, thank you so much. This is all what we have for you. It was your host, LAMIN MANNEH, and we were bringing you this program live on Vision TV. We encouraging you all to keep following the Vision TV when it comes to sports and different activities. Vision TV is the place to be. So on that note, we take our leave till next time. Thank